You want to ask your Chinese-speaking friends out for dinner, but you don't know how to propose a plan, what options to give, and how to deliver your words. Hi, I'm Lucas, your non-bookish Chinese teacher. In this video, we are going to learn how to propose a dinner plan with Chinese speakers and what phrases to use in real life. Scenario: as an exchange student, you have been in Taipei for a few weeks and have met a few locals. In the late fall of this humid city, it's so rainy and windy that you want to hang with your newly made friends over a nice and hearty dinner. So, class dismissed, you approach your tennis classmate, Jenny, starting a conversation. Hey, 你今晚有空吗? Are you free tonight? 想不想一起吃晚餐? Do you want to have dinner? Jenny replies, 好啊，有空，要吃什么? Sure, I'm free. What do you want to have? 要吃什么 is short for 我们要吃什么 or 你想要吃什么. Either one would fit here. So, she leaves it to you to decide. Here are three options on the table. A. 想不想去吃火锅? Do you want to have some hot pot? B. 要不要去吃烧烤? Do you want to have some barbecue? C. 我们去吃热炒好不好? Let's go for stir fry, shall we? 火锅 is usually a safe option. Let's go with A. 想不想去吃火锅? Jenny answers, 想，要不要找其他人? I would love to. Should we invite others? You can answer A. 好啊，人越多越好. Sure, the more the merrier. Or the more people the better, to be exact. B. 好啊，不过可以只找一两位吗? Sure, but can we have only a couple of more? C. 不用，我们两位就好了. No, it's just the two of us will do. Since you want to make more friends, C is definitely out of the table unless you're up to something else. B is a wise path to take because you want some company while not ending up drawn by speedy conversations among a bunch of native speakers. If you don't get your chance to be listened to, you don't get to practice. Jenny responds, 可以啊，不过为什么呢? Sure, but why? Now you want to justify your preference. 因为我担心如果人太多，我会跟不上你们聊天的话题. Because I'm worried that I won't be able to follow your conversation if there are too many people. 太多人一起聊天的时候，话题会变来变去. You elaborate by telling her the topics would be changeable when there are many people in a conversation. It's always nice to point out your pain points as a language learner, no matter how obvious they are. Well, Jenny should understand if she's friend material. Gladly, Jenny says, OK, 没问题，反正我今天也不想跟太多人吃饭. No worries, I don't feel like having dinner with a big group today anyway. As the trivia, it's common to verbally use OK, but you might want to add some accent there if you were to mimic it. 反正 function says anyway. Next, you express your gratitude. 谢谢，你真贴心. Thanks, it's so kind of you. 你有推荐的火锅店吗? Do you have any recommendations for hot pot? As a side note, a more fluent way of saying hot pot, barbecue, or whatever places is 火锅店, 烧烤店, or yada yada 店. Jenny wraps up the conversation by proposing, 校门口对面有一间小火锅，我们晚上6点那边见。There is one small hot pot place right across the school gate. Let's meet there at 6? Here you can hear that Jenny evens omit 店, which is pretty common in casual speech. And you reply, 好的，晚上见. Alright, see you tonight. That was the end of the dialogue. Now, let's walk it through one more time. Hey, 你今晚有空吗？想不想一起吃晚餐？好啊，有空。要吃什么？想不想去吃火锅？想，要不要找其他人？好啊，不过可以只找一两位吗？可以啊，不过为什么呢？因为我担心，如果人太多，我会跟不上你们聊天的话题。太多人一起聊天的时候，话题会变来变去。OK， 没问题。反正今天我也不想跟太多人吃饭。谢谢，你真贴心。你有推荐的餐厅吗？校门口对面有一间小火锅，我们晚上6点那边见。好的，晚上见。Now, a few things worth further explanation. The first line, 你今晚有空吗？ To say free or available, you say 有空 to have availability. When you pronounce this character, 空, in first tone, it has a sense of void or emptiness. In fourth tone, however, it means free time. Therefore, 有空 means to have free time. An alternative for 有空 is 有时间。你今晚有时间吗？ Next, 想不想一起吃晚餐？ In Taiwan, we said both 晚餐 and 晚饭 to refer to dinner. 一起 apparently means together. When you invite someone for lunch or dinner, in Chinese, you have to specify that. You might ask, can 一起 be replaced with 和我? Yes, it can, but it would sound a little bit different here. You said 想不想和我吃晚餐 when you were to emphasize that there should be just you and me who will have the dinner. Unless you're up to something else with Jenny, let's be inclusive here using 一起. In response to your invite, Jenny answered, 要吃什么? No subject is mentioned since the context is clear. Unlike English or Spanish, in verbal Chinese you drop the subject frequently even though you don't conjugate, which is not fun. I know, I'm sorry. In reply to Jenny's question, you propose 火锅 eventually. Why is 火锅 a safe proposal for dinner? That question can actually be paraphrased as, why do Chinese and Chinese people have a soft spot for having hot pot at home and in restaurants? For many people outside of the Chinese-speaking communities, paying to cook your own meal seems to be what hot pot places are about. For us, it's about getting together with your loved ones, well, by sitting around a table to be exact, and having a soup-based meal that is made and seasoned by yourselves in any ways you want. Plus, no much effort needed. The soup is obviously good. The fragrance and steam circle around the room. Perfect choice for hearty dinner, which is what we were after in the first place. Back to where we were. Since that's what hot pot is about, she wanted to have more people for the dinner. One of the options that we had was 人越多越好, the more the merrier. By default, it should be phrased as 越多人越好. Here, the 人 goes before 越多 as casual speech. If you were to say no in this scenario, 不用 will be a good one. It implies it wouldn't be necessary. If you say 不要, it will sound a bit assertive to the native speaker's ears. As for 不用, 我们两位就好. 就好 here means would be good, as in would be enough, and 就 does give an emphasis tone. As a Chinese learner, you should always pay attention to the usage of 就, as it is one of the most tricky words for non-native speakers. Alright, so next, you justified your preference saying, 因为我担心如果人太多，我会跟不上你们聊天的话题. Verbally, you can drop 因为. 跟不上 means unable to catch up, physically or figuratively. For instance, I sometimes complain to my Gen Z friends that 我快跟不上潮流了. I can't keep up with the trend anymore. 话题 refers to topics, but exclusively for conversations. You also mention 话题会变来变去. 变来变去 means changeable or constantly changing. Based on this structure, there is also 走来走去, to walk back and forth. You can tell that X 来 X 去 conveys a sense of instability. Alright, that was all we have for today. Ask your Chinese friends their ways of proposing a dinner plan or saying no to one. Maybe you will find out some creative lines or approaches, or tell us your most curious experience of eating out with Chinese or Taiwanese by leaving a comment below. If you have any questions, also feel free to leave a comment or DM me through the link in the description. I will try to answer as much as I can. 我们下次见。